guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me for another one of my videos today. So today is Spiritual Book Club July, and I'm really excited to show you what I have been reading over the last month and what I plan to read over the next month as well. So these are my favorite spiritual books, and as always in the description box I have my Amazon page where all of my spiritual book recommendations are from, like all of my videos. So yeah, I've got a whole playlist of these if you want to go back and have a look at my other recommendations. But yeah, this is what I've been reading specifically this month and what I plan to read in the next month. So as always, since taking on my author mentorships from my book publishers, I feel really guilty that I haven't been reading books off my own back as much as I was able to before. So like before in Spiritual Book Club I could get through 2-3 books a month, whereas now I'm like struggling to even get through one. So as always, I'm transparent and honest here. So some of the books you will have seen for the last couple of months, because I'm still working through them and I'm determined to get through them. So yes, as well as reading my 7 authors manuscripts this month on holiday, which I'm sure I'm going to do next week, I also am intending to hopefully read the rest of some good books as well. So the book that I was planning to read over the last month and successfully have, thank you Jesus, is How to Live with Intention by Mira Lester. So this book I found in the works for £3, really cheap. I was like, bargain. And I just was really drawn to the cover and really drawn to, you know, it's 150 simple ways to live each day with meaning and purpose. So I was really intrigued by this book, but actually was pleasantly surprised with this book, because when I kind of had a flick through it, I thought, okay, this would be good. Like there's loads of different practices in there. But what I actually found was this is a really spiritual book, which really shocked me, because from the cover and from the kind of blurb on the back, it sounded very generic and very just mindfulness. Whereas like literally straight from the get-go we had like gratitude, chakras, you know, essential oils, like really spiritual practices like chanting, meditations, you know, pretty much what all of us spiritual queens do anyway. So I was really pleasantly surprised by this book and can see why I was drawn to pick up this book, because like there are so many great practices in here, and like even I've kind of folded some pages of things to do, like even for this like simple tip, which I was like, ooh, this sounds really good, was regenerating your eyes. Use the heels of your hands to warm them. So basically it was saying like if you work around screens a lot, which obviously I do, if you work on computers, screens, and your eyes are feeling very tired and very like just achy at the end of the day, they were saying to like put chilled cucumber slices on them, a bag of frozen peas, or you can literally rub your palms together like this and then put your like palms on your eye to help them rest. So just little practices like that, like I've really kind of like been like, oh, I must try that, that sounds really good. So there's loads of practices in there. I mean, there's 150, you've got plenty to choose from. One thing I would say though is I was a little bit surprised that there wasn't much explanation behind things. For such a spiritual book, I thought that they would, you know, especially because it seems quite mainstream or aimed at mainstream, I thought they would have like edged people in a bit like more subtly, rather than just like go like full in and presume, I guess, that everybody knows what chakras are, or what presume everybody knows what all these spiritual things are. So I would say if you're like an absolute spiritual newbie, I think you would struggle with this book, because you're not going to know what a lot of these things are. So you're going to be researching a lot of things, probably like going through my videos like what's a chakra, what's this, what's that. So like I did think it's great for like, you know, I found it easy to read because I understand all of this stuff, but I did think it was a weird angle to go in at, because it was it's marketed as a very mainstream book, but inside has really spiritual practices, but with no explanation of what they are, why you do them. Like you almost like the authors just presumed that you know them, if that makes sense. So each practice is very like short and sweet. Like again, there's not like a big in-depth kind of description of why you would do this or what benefits it have. It just tells you to do it, and I kind of thought it was a weird way to do a book, but I mean it works. I enjoyed reading it, and there's like loads of chapters on gratitude, you know, there's loads of amazing stuff in here, and it's absolutely a spiritual book. I just think for beginners they would really struggle to grasp the concepts and like understand it fully. So I think like it is a great book. I'm surprised it's been marketed so mainstream without like, you know, that context behind it of explaining to people what it is, but I would absolutely read it again. Like I said, I've like folded loads of pages in this to go and try these practices out. So if you've got the works near you, absolutely worth checking this out, or it will be linked down below where you can get it from Amazon. The other book I have been reading over the last month and over like the last 2 previous months is Brené Brown's Daring Greatly. I'm about 85% of the way through now, and I plan to read the rest on holiday. I'm saying this because a lot of people say to me like, I'm surprised you get through so many books, and I'm like, sometimes exactly like this, it's taken me 3 months to get through this. And I think with Brené's work, it's so in depth and very, you know, it's very like deep reading. Again, like Marianne Williamson, it's not really a page turner for me. Like I really have to be switched on and in the mood to like take it all in and kind of analyze it. So I do love this book. I'm so thoroughly enjoying it. I've had so many breakthroughs and like loads of epiphany moments which have been amazing in my own life, and how like vulnerability is such a great thing to have. So yes, I'm making this commitment to share with you that I will finish this book this month on holiday. Like that is my goal. So it's just been one of those things where just so much has happened the last few months, like obviously my retreat, reading so many other books that I'm just like, I want to get through this. So that is my intention. I will finish this book this month. And finally, the last book. So I'm planning to take Daring Greatly on holiday and read the rest of that, and maybe another book as well. I haven't decided yet. I don't want to put too much pressure on myself because I do want to relax on holiday. So the other book which I am hoping to read over July/August is Sahara Rose's Eat Feel Fresh. So the lovely Sahara kindly sent me this book, as it has just been released in the UK. It's been out in the US for a few months now, and it's a bit of a different book to what you would normally expect to be on here. Obviously it's not necessarily a kind of self-help book, it is a cookbook. So it is a contemporary plant-based Ayurvedic cookbook. So I absolutely love like all the gorgeous images in here. I mean, it is just stunning. Like just literally, they are absolutely stunning, these photos. So I've always been really intrigued with Ayurveda and things like that. So for me, this is going to be a great opportunity to learn about our doshas, learn about, you know, how Ayurveda can help us, and, you know, push me as well to actually try this stuff. So hopefully I'm going to be able to like cook some stuff up. It probably won't look as pretty as what the book will make it out to be, but I will try. I mean, look at these look gorgeous. So if you're into your kind of plant-based, healthy living, Ayurvedic stuff, like Sahara's work is amazing. I mean, these look great. Cinnamon date crispy rice bars. I think I could do that. I'm here for that. So yeah, I thought I would try this book over July/August, because then it's not going to be like a really in-depth book where I've got to concentrate. It's like a cookbook where, you know, I can learn about my doshas, learn about all the Ayurvedic ways, which is what I'm really interested in, and hopefully try some recipes as well and come back to this, you know, as and when I want to try new things. So yeah, make sure to follow Sahara. She has also come on my podcast a few months ago if you want to go and have a listen to that, if you don't know what Ayurveda is, or you want to learn more about, you know, what she talks about and things, because it was such a great episode. So there you have it. There is what I have been reading over the last month and what I plan to read over the next month. But I think the best thing to say here is like, please don't be fooled that I am some reading bee where I just read all of these books, multiple books fully, because like, you know, you'll see from my favorite, not from my favorite, it's the wrong video, you will see from my book club that, you know, I do carry books over because I haven't fully finished them. So I am trying, and I just wish that I could include my author's books in these videos, because then it would be so much easier. I'd have 7 books I've read a month, like easy, on my own, but unfortunately I can't. Hopefully when they're all released though, I can share them with you, which would be super exciting. So yes, I hope you have been inspired maybe by some new books to go and have a look at. Let me know as always what you have been reading in the comments box down below, because I love to hear your thoughts and obviously what you're reading for inspiration for what I should read as well. And as I said earlier, all of my book recommendations and the books mentioned in this video will be linked down below and in my Amazon book recommendations as well, so like all of the books are there for you to kind of go and explore. But thank you so much guys for watching this video. I appreciate all your views and likes. I hope you have enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave me a comment in the comments box down below because I reply to them all. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here because I would love to see you again soon. And don't forget you can join my free Law of Attraction support group over on Facebook, where you can join myself and other like-minded souls, where we talk all things Law of Attraction and spirituality. I hope you have a great week whatever you're up to, and I will see you in my next video, which will be next week. Lots of love guys.